Hey you guys, I made like a really long video, but basically it's just like it's YOLO versus patience. You can go out there and get what you want and you should go out and get what you want. But sometimes you have to be patient because it just might not be in it for the cards right now. You know what I'm saying? Like in the Bible, it was like thou shall not covet. I think that's one of the Commandments. So basically, like, I always thought it was like if you see your neighbor with a Maserati, you go out there and you buy a Maserati too. I mean, that's a part of it. But I wonder if it can go for life as well, like other lives. Like, oh, this person has a whole bunch of likes on Instagram. I'm gonna go ahead and put a whole bunch of revealing photos so people can like my pictures too, stuff like that. And it's like I think about like the people who have all these likes. Like, I'm not hating on anybody. I'm just observing like a friend of mine, I guess. And it's like it's consistent drugs, consistent sex, consistent inconsistency. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, do I really want that? Do I really want to give up my privacy for a whole bunch of likes? You know what I'm saying? Like, to a degree, I do give up some information when I'm on YouTube, but you know what I'm saying. Some things people just don't need to know, and I just want to ask her, like, is it worth it? Like, I don't know. Like, just like how Kanye's in mental hospital right now. His mom died a while back, and my grandma died a while back as well. And I guess he never really grieved it out, you know? He didn't really let it go. And I don't think he can ever let it go, really. But you know what I'm saying? Like, to grieve properly. And like, I think about how it took me like years. Like, my grandma died like 3 years ago in the beginning of the year, and now it's almost 4 years, and it feels like yesterday. I can remember everything. I can remember the hospital room. I can remember the hospital. I can remember like people just patting me on my shoulder, like I'll pray for you and all that. And at that time, I got so mad at God. I got so mad, and I don't know. But somehow I ended up back. That's just it's just weird. Like I said, everything works out, I guess. I still don't know why she had to go, you know what I'm saying? And like I think about it almost every day. Like sometimes I'll just be like cuz I was there when she passed, and like I was holding her hand, or I think I was holding her knee basically. I was just holding her. And as she exited the world, cuz she was there when I was being born, so it's like, you know, I got you, you got me. I'll see you on the other side, basically. But it's like I think about it, and I just wonder, like, maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I shouldn't have came. Maybe I should like get it out of my head, but I can't because it's just so fresh to me, you know. And then like I'm thinking about Kanye because he's like one of my favorite rappers. Probably top two, next to Andre 3000. And he's like I don't think he ever really got to grieve because all these people are in his face 24/7. Everything he does ends up in the papers. He doesn't have any privacy, and sometimes you have to be alone. And now he's in the mental hospital, and now he's getting that time, and he's finally probably gonna talk about it, you know, to somebody. But it's just not the same, because even when I was talking to people about it, it's just I'm just now getting over it. And his mom died while ago, and he's still not over it. So I'm just hoping like one day I'll be over it. One day I'll move on. I'm very close to it. um I'm just about over it now, but it took so long and it hurt so bad, and people cope in different ways, like drugs and alcohol and all that. And like I've had my brush with it. um I'm trying not to grieve in the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Everybody grieves differently. But I'm just getting off topic. It's just like, do you really want to sacrifice your privacy for some likes by people you don't even know? Do you really want to put on a show your whole life? Like, I can understand, like, just being on stage and then, or being on camera, but after that, like, the show has to stop, and it doesn't stop. And that would drive me insane. And that's probably why he's in there. I know it's why he's in there. And I feel really bad for him. But I know he will be better. I hope he's better. So prayers for Kanye. I don't care what you guys have to say about him. He's talented. That's all. He's pretty talented. He's just hurt. And I don't know. Like, I always wanted to, like, entertain people. And it's just like, some days I just understand, like, I'm never gonna be, like, as famous as I want to be. Like, I haven't, like, I think about in my dreams that I've been dreaming since I was like 7 or 8 years old, maybe even younger. And I mean, it kind of hurts, but then I realized that I just like to help people out. And like, my numerology number is 6, and I didn't like it because it was the caregiver or whatever, but it's very accurate because I care about everybody else before myself. Like, I like to help people out. I just like to do the right thing, and sometimes I don't put myself ahead, and I know it's bad. Like, we talked about balance. That's not balance. Like, putting yourself out there to help all the time. Eventually, like, I won't say eventually, I have had some breaks with I want to say being not I'll just say I've had psychotic breaks where it's just like, grandma's not here, I have to clean up the house all by myself, I have to keep things in order, I have to make sure everybody's good. And then sometimes at the end of the day, it's just like I forget about myself. And that's why I'm really not on Instagram and Tumblr. And I tell you guys to follow me and stuff. I don't really post on there much, but I just don't know how to explain. But that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about, just YOLO versus patience. And then another thing I wanted to touch on was like the people that, like, I'm kind of envious of, like, though they're close to fame and pretty dang Instagram famous, they do a lot of drugs. Like I said, coping mechanisms, like, they're going through some things too, but, I just want to tell them that that's just not the way. Like, you're just seeking something because something's missing. And whatever's missing, you can't get back. I can never get my grandma back. It doesn't matter how much topless photos I take and likes I get and people saying, yo, you got some nice boobies. That's not going to bring her back. And then I'm thinking about, like, what would she even say if she saw me, like, doing things like that? Like, I don't know. But like I said, you have to live your life. YOLO, But, and another thing about YOLO, it's like people my age, like from 18 to 22, college age, is like they're doing so much drugs. And it's like, I'm not going to say they, like, we do a lot of drugs in this age group because we're just experimenting. We're experimenting with our appearance and all that. Like, we're acting like this is gonna be forever. Like, we're not gonna be young forever. And, like, we're saying, like, you only live once. It's true. So, like, you're gonna, like, fill up your body with alcohol and drugs and then ruin your organs and stuff. And then when you're older, you don't have, I'm back, y'all. And, like I was saying, like, okay, like I was saying, you don't have, like, your organs anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically, like, like smoking, like cigarettes and stuff like that. I mean, it feels good, but in the future, do you really want cancer? Like, people don't think about the consequences of what they do. And it's like, I feel like I overthink these things, but I feel like I'm not overthinking them on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Not always. It's just like I've always overthunk things. And it's like, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to. I don't want everybody to see my body. Number one, I don't want everybody to see my body. Like, I'm not hating on anybody because everybody's naked. Everybody has a naked body. But I don't want people to see me like that. I'm sure my grandma doesn't want me to see me like that. Drugs, health insurance is not cheap. This is gonna all come back to me in the future. Two big things. Third thing, people just act like dicks now. Like, they act like they don't care about anything. And one day you're gonna need somebody. And it is what it is. So you don't burn bridges, even though it's cool. You know, things like that. And I don't know, like, I just feel like I'm very old inside. I've always felt so very old. But it's just that, I mean, personally, I believe kind of in reincarnation. I just feel like I just been around the block, you know? I saw this already. I've been through it already. I'm pretty sure in a past life I probably died from a ton of drug overdoses. Pretty sure. And I have died like 3 times in this life. And I'm happy that I'm still here, and I'm thankful I'm still here, and I owe some of that to my grandma as well as Yah. Um, or Yahweh, or God, Lord. I definitely owe it to something bigger than me. And I feel like there's something I have to do here. Oh, man. YOLO, patience, life purpose. That should be the name of this video, but I'm pretty much ranting. It's just like, I'm gonna finish the video up in like a minute. I won't let this video get more than 15 minutes, so we have like 2 minutes and 30 seconds, so let me finish up. Like, I don't know, you guys, I just don't know. And something I do know is that maybe I'll change my mind in the future. Maybe I'll be less shy. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm shy. That's why I don't want to put so many pictures on Instagram and Tumblr and stuff like that. But it's just odd because I do YouTube videos, and it's just like, it's pictures in motion. What's the difference? I don't know. But I just know it's just not worth it. Because I have to pay out of pocket for this surgery. And that's gonna like run me about 2 something, and I'm not even talking about like the prescriptions I have to buy after this. Like, I have to buy antibiotics after this. You know, and it could have been so much worse. And if I was older, this could have been so much worse. It still can be worse if I don't change my life around. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't stop smoking, like, I'm gonna end up with lung cancer. I know that. And you know, if I don't stop drinking, I'm gonna lose my liver, I'm gonna lose my kidneys, and it's just, whose fault is that? Like, and people just like advertise it and make it popular for other young people to do, and it's just like, you're setting yourself up. Like, unless you're gonna kill yourself before you get old, or if you know you have like an end date, which we all have an end date, but I'm talking about like the near future, not like years and years and years from now, because who knows what's gonna happen years from now. But I was also talking about that, you know. But it's just not worth it, and I don't want to advertise those kind of lifestyle things on my channel, I guess. I don't know. You just have to do what's right for you, but just don't do it because you want some likes, and that's all. Bye.